I grew up in the Adelaide Hills in South Australia on a small 15-acre farm. When I was 18 and finished high school, I moved to Cairns to study accounting. It was there that I met my husband, Rowan, who was studying his Bachelor of Business. He was also working in the tuna industry as his family pioneered tuna fishing out of Cairns some 35 years ago. And this is how I got involved in the tuna industry. About 9 years ago, we were consuming a lot of canned tuna ourselves as a family, and Rowan was out commercially fishing and catching incredible Australian wild tuna. And one day he pointed out to me that none of the tuna that we're consuming is actually Australian. Initially it shocked me, so I went and checked all the supermarket shelves, and he was right that our tuna fishermen aren't actually represented on the shelves. So we started Little Tuna so that we could have Australian tuna available for ourselves to consume. And the flavour came out so fresh and really showcased the quality of the fish that we shared it with our friends and family. We then commercialised it and started selling it locally. The popularity grew really fast, and we're now available in over 150 stores across Australia and online. The fish that we use in Little Tuna is the albacore tuna. This is a lower value fish. It's very underutilised onshore in Australia. So we've been able to create a market for this fish by putting it in a jar and selling it to Australians as Australian tuna. And we've been able to support our Australian tuna fishers. 72% of Australians consume tuna, and that's about 14.4 million adult Australians. They enjoy 336 million tins, which is equivalent to about 50,000 tonnes of tuna. My project for the AgriFutures Rural Women's Award is to get Australian tuna on our Australian supermarket shelves. Here in Australia, we have 37 longline tuna fishers fishing off the coast of Australia using sustainable fishing methods. At Little Tuna, we're currently working with 2 of those fishers. We intend to increase our supply and work with as many of those Australian fishers that we can. My future aspirations for regional and rural Australia is to see our tuna fishermen represented, to have their stories told so that consumers know how much work goes in and how much regulation they work within to ensure that the future of our fishery is never impacted by the work that they do. My family is my biggest inspiration. My husband's very passionate about what he does, and his passion I take on board, and I just love what we do as well. We share the same passions. We've got 3 young children. They're very enthusiastic fishers as well, and Rowan and I spend a lot of time with them, educating them about sustainable fishing and the future of the fisheries so that one day they too can enjoy wild seafood from Australia.